Having established that there are two conditions under which the Cherem could be annulled: one, there needed to be a consensus from all the brothers for that annulment, and two, a sign was required from HaKadosh Baruch Hu that the Cherem should be annulled. We can now understand why HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not somehow inform Yaakov of his son's whereabouts. And the answer lies in the fact that the two conditions were interrelated. The brothers involved HaKadosh Baruch Hu to provide the sign, an indication that the Cherem could be annulled. Similarly, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kaviyachol, participated also in this process and awaited for all of the brothers together as a group to indicate that they were ready for the annulment of this Cherem. And by all, we also include Yosef. This actually took place when, in Yosef's presence, the brothers acknowledge wrongdoing. Ashemim anachnu al achinu. We have sinned against our brother in that we witnessed the tzarat nafsho, the psychological trauma, behit chanana aleinu, when he begged us not to go through with this plan. Al kein ba aleinu hatzara hazot. This problem regarding the incarceration of Shimon was a mida keneg mida response on account of their dealings with their brother Yosef. This interface between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the brothers dovetails nicely with the word v'shitfu, in that shin taf pei implies the establishing of a partnership. A partnership implies an agreement between two parties, but at the same time there are conditions and demands that each member of the partnership places upon the other. From the standpoint of the brothers, the condition was they would await a sign from God. From the standpoint of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the condition was that he would await for a sign from the brothers that the Cherem could be annulled. Finally, we come to Yosef and his rationale for not sending a message to his father that he was alive and well, at the very least, during the 9 years after which he was released from incarceration. It could be argued that just as Yitzchak realized that God could but chooses not to inform Yaakov, Yosef could very well have adopted the very same approach. The fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not do anything to apprise Yaakov of Yosef's whereabouts was an indication to Yosef that the time was not yet ripe for Yaakov to receive this information. Yosef would argue, as did Yitzchak, his grandfather, Hayech agale, how could I interfere in this process if HaKadosh Baruch Hu eini rotze legalot lo? If God himself does not make it known that the time has arrived for Yaakov to receive this information. The only missing link in this whole scenario is, how did God ultimately indicate both to the brothers and to Yosef that the time had arrived for the annulment of the Cherem and for Yaakov to be reunited with Yosef?